Hey, this is Ryan from Web Eminence. 3 years ago in 2015, I posted a video review of Square appointments. Since then, that video has received over 35,000 views, 275 likes, and 130 comments. Those comments included a lot of good questions, some of which I didn't have good answers to at the time. So in this video, I'm giving a quick update on some changes to Square appointments in the last 3 years, and I'm also answering 6 of the most frequently asked questions in the comments. If you haven't watched that original overview video of Square appointments from 2015, you may want to watch that first, or make sure to watch it at the end of this video since it goes through all the basics of Square appointments which still apply. So first, let me show you a few things that are new in Square appointments since my last video. One of the biggest changes is in pricing, and as you see on the sales page, it's now free for individuals. So they have a free tier. I think at the time of my last video, it was $30 was the cheapest option. Now there's a free option for an individual. So you pay 2.75% for credit card processing. And then there's these 2 other levels which decrease the processing fee to 2.5% and then allow you to have more employees or staff in the calendars. Another big change that kind of caught me off guard is I registered for a free trial to get into the account, and it took me to this dashboard, which is a Square dashboard. So Square has a whole suite of products, and when you do a free trial of appointments, it takes you to a main dashboard that displays all of their different products. So it might confuse a few people. It actually confused me for a minute, but then I realized I can just click on appointments to take me back into the appointments dashboard. And you'll still have access to all these other products on the left. Some of these integrate into appointments. Some of them you might want to take advantage of. Hopefully I can review some of them in future videos, so make sure to subscribe. So I'm going to jump into answering those top 6 questions, which are also going to cover some other updates in Square appointments in the last 3 years. So the first question I want to tackle is from a commenter 3 months ago. I get this question often. This was from Rachel. She says, does Square keep people's info/card info on file so they don't have to enter it every time? So the answer to that question is yes. I'm in the appointments dashboard, and I wouldn't find the customer info directly in these appointment links at the top. I would have to go over to customers on the left-hand side. So customers could cover customers in all these different suites of products, like online store, for example. But if I click on customers, it'll also show me my appointments customers. So this is just a guide for getting started. I'm going to click on directory, and I did create 2 sample customers. This one's called Donald Trump. If I click on that, it gives me some of his info, like his email address. That's not his real email address, I don't believe. Feel free to try and email it though. So personal info, it'll show cards on file, upcoming appointments, and then notes. Other people have asked in the comments about adding notes. So for example, you could add some information about how Donald likes his haircut so that it's in there so that other staff members might see it when they make an appointment. So the answer is yes, you can store customer information, cards on file, and notes on customers. There's some other things you can do in here too, like you can just book an appointment in the customer section. You can add files, and then this just shows recent activity. The next question was from a commenter a year ago. Her name is Alicia, but I get this question often. She said, with multiple stylists checking out clients, can payments go to separate accounts for each stylist so that she can separate money to those different individuals? And then she also asked about keeping retail items that are sold separate from the stylist, but having retail sales go to the main account. So the answer to that is no. You cannot have money go to different stylists or staff members within your Square account. You can only have one bank account assigned or connected to your Square account. So to see that, I would go into account and settings in my main Square dashboard or menu here on the left. And here you have all your business information, bank accounts, which I don't have one added yet. You might be able to add multiple bank accounts. I don't believe you can. I think you can only have one, and you can only have one active at a time, I believe. So all the money that is taken in from Square Appointments will go to this bank account according to your deposit schedule. And any retail sales or product sales that are coming from Square point of sale or online store are all going to go to this account as well. So there are two ways I think you could probably handle this, though. If you want to have separate accounts, you could create different Square accounts. You could use free individual accounts, and each one could have its own bank account. Then you'd have separate calendars for each of your staff members, which could get a little complicated. That's one option. The other option is just to keep the one account, so everything would run, all the deposits would go to one bank account that you have set up here, and then you can just use sales reports to determine where the money goes. So the reports will show you sales by employee if you're a retail store, but if you're taking appointments, you'll also find the appointment data in here, so you can even create custom reports. But one of these should show, different categories of sales by staff member. So then you can use that to manage your finances and disperse the funds to the right stylist or staff member on your team. I haven't looked into Square Payroll, but I imagine that might integrate into this somehow to make it easy to pay people according to the appointments and the reports that come in from Square Appointments. Another question I get often on that original video is about gift certificates. So this commenter, Templework LA, asked or stated, what I definitely need to keep track of are my gift certificates. Does this software also have online gift certificates? So the answer to that is yes. I do believe I covered those briefly in the other video from 3 years ago, but that is something that's been expanded. So if I go to Square Appointments and then I click on settings in the upper right, they did have, no, it was under services or items somewhere, but then they moved it to its own section called gift cards. So actually in the main Square menu, you click on gift cards, and they have two different options. So there's e-gift cards, so you can sell gift cards online. So you can customize some options. They have different designs that you can manage. And then here's a link that you can give out for people to purchase them. Doesn't look like my link is working currently, and that's probably because I haven't finished the setup or set up my payment options. But you can create e-gift cards that people can purchase for themselves or for gifts for others. You can also create promotions, like these are online discounts on your gift cards or just exclusive discounts, maybe on all your products. So you can create codes and promotions here. Another cool thing you can do for gifts is actually order plastic gift cards. So you can order physical cards and then sell them at your location. That's also under gift cards here. You just click on plastic gift cards. Here's some settings for the different gift cards. You can set amounts. You can allow custom gift card amounts. And then there's a redemption policy here, like having gift cards expire after a certain amount of time. So I don't have time to go into all the details here. I haven't investigated it all myself, as you can tell, but that should be just enough for you to see what's available and that there are plenty of options for doing gift cards with Square Appointments, and these would work within the whole suite of Square products like online store, for example. People can also use gift cards there. The next question is about automatic and recurring billing. AJ Beast asked, does this app do automatic and recurring billing? So I searched around Square Appointments and the dashboard, the other items here on the left, and I didn't find anything about recurring billing, but I did search in the help section, and there was a thread here from 2016 where someone said, I'm a nail tech, most of my clients are recurring, they come back weekly or every 2, 3, 4 weeks. Does Square also have this option? So this guy from Square answered, yes, you can schedule their recurring appointments from your calendar tab in your Square Appointments dashboard. And then the person asked, can I do it myself? So, and then this Tom answered that that's not something that's available now, but it's something they're looking into in the future. This was 2017. So if you read through here, it seems like they still haven't added that feature, but they're considering it. So you can do recurring appointments, but you as the staff member or admin have to create the recurring appointment yourself. So Tom said you would go to the calendar tab. So let me check that out. If I go to calendar, create appointment, or you can also click on the time and drag it. It'll take you to the create appointment window. And it looks like you just click repeat, and then there's some repeat options, like repeat every number of days, weeks, month, year, and then end after after a number of times or a certain date. So that's something you as the business owner or staff member can do manually. But let me just double check to see if it can be done on the front end by a client. So they would select the time, enter their information, and they can say when, where, what. So there's no option here for repeat appointment. So it does look like you can do it as the business owner, but your clients and customers cannot do recurring appointments. So you'd probably just want to put something on your site about recurring appointments being available and, contact you for more details or something like that. So the next question was from a commenter named Kelly. She said, do you know if regarding the online booking function, are they charged the full amount up front, or can you dictate the portion of deposit according to the service provided? For instance, I charge $200 for a full set of eyelash extensions, but only need $50 deposit to hold the appointment. Would Square want to charge the full $200 at the time of booking? So that's a good question, and it's one I've gotten a few times. So Square does give you a few options for this, and you would go into appointments, settings, and then payments and cancellations. So this is something I did show in my video 3 years ago, but they've changed it and expanded it a little bit. So there's basically 3 options. You'll probably want to read more in the help section about these. I just gave it a quick read. So the first option is booking without no-show protection. So this is basically booking for free. People can reschedule, cancel appointments without requiring to prepay or provide card information. You can enter a cancellation policy here, but basically people are making bookings for free. They're not paying or anything. So there's 2 other options. The first one is booking with no-show protection. So this option would allow you to charge a cancellation fee if people don't show up or cancel. So you can customize that. And then the third option is requiring prepayment. So this would just allow you to take the full payment for the service in order to make a booking. So in the case of Kelly's question, it would mean she just takes the full $200 upfront to make a booking. And then this option, booking with no show, it's not really a down payment, but it's more of a protection in case they don't show up. And you're taking their credit card details. Whereas the first option is just free booking, no credit card details, and no-show protection. So you'll definitely want to read more about that. But the answer is yes, there are options for protecting yourself, taking credit card details, and then charging a fee if people don't show up. So it's not really a prepayment, but it's the same kind of protection. So the last question is one I get a lot, and it's a common question in the whole online appointments industry, and it has to do with classes. So Swim Girl asked, said, I'm looking to schedule appointments and classes. Right now I use Schedulicity, but I wanted to combine my POS and scheduling services. I saw that Square has appointment services for the fitness industry. I would assume that they must be able to have clients book classes with multiple openings. Would you know? So the answer to that, as far as I can tell, is no. They don't allow you to have classes. Every block in the calendar is really just for one person. I haven't found any option to have classes, so it appears she might do fitness classes or swimming classes. So if she has 10 slots at 11 a.m. on Wednesday, there's no way to create a service for 10 people. Only one person could book at 11 a.m. So if that were an option, this service probably in its options would say something like number of available slots, and you could put 10. So other appointment platforms do that. If you're interested in online booking for classes, you might want to check out my review on 10 to 8. That's another appointment booking platform that does offer class options. And then there's other ones that do that too. I think Bookio is another one some of my clients use, and that allows classes or multiple customers or clients per time slot. So those are the 6 top questions that I wanted to answer from my video from 3 years ago. It should help to tackle some of the questions you have in your mind, and also show you some of the updates from Square on their appointments platform over the last 3 years. So if there's any other questions, feel free to comment on this video, and then make sure to check out my original overview video. It's still very relevant even though it's 3 years old. A lot of the Square Appointments platform has not changed, so it'll give you an overview of how it works so you can see if it's right for you. Make sure to subscribe as well. I am hoping to review some of these other options from Square, so subscribe and you'll see those videos in the future. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.